and welcome to Have Guitar. I hope you're doing great as always. Today in the studio I have with me a Gibson Vampire Blood Moon. This is a limited run. I think they made 400 of these guitars. Some things that stands out is Gibson active pickups. You don't see that on every Gibson nowadays. It's actually the only model I've found that have these pickups. You have a tremolo system, you have locking system as well for those dive bumps. I don't usually play with tremolo, but hey, why not? You have some red details, blood inlays on a fretboard. In the design it's very, or kind of at least, similar to my Gibson Tribute Explorer 2019. I would say I'll throw in that in this video as well. But rather than going through all the specs, so you have to sit around and wait while I talk, I'll do it a little bit different this time. I will instead include some close-ups of the guitar together with specifications, and we'll save some time so the video doesn't get unnecessarily long. This is not my guitar, it's my guitar buddy Klaus who bought it actually. I borrowed it from him the same day that he received the guitar, so he has hardly tried it at all. Very nice of Klaus, so I would just like to say thanks a lot for that, Klaus. Very nice of you. But now I'm sitting here talking again. Let's hear how the guitar sounds, and then we can discuss a little bit of how it is to play. Alright, so let's play. So every now and then I do the volume test where I lower the volume on the guitar, usually to see how the profile reacts, and in this case also the Vampire Blood Moon with active pickups. So let's try that. Right now it's set for 0, and this is 2.5, then it sounds like this. 7 on the volume pot, control rather. Let's take 8 as well. And back to full volume. So, alright, I mentioned this in the beginning of the video. Here's my Gibson Explorer Tribute 2019, and this is the Blood Moon. Well, they are not like twins, but there are some similarities, I think. The control layout is slightly different. The finish is actually kind of close, even though, well, the Juju doesn't look like this. I think you can see it. I hope you can see it in the video. Well, why do I complain? It's not like they are really heavy guitars. They weigh about exactly the same. And weight in kilograms is 1.77, I think. So they are, I mean, compared with the Les Paul, they are lightweight. But anyway, just for the heck of it, I'm gonna toss in a couple of sound examples where I alternate between these two guitars like an A-B test. So this has Dirty Fingers pickups, which should be quite high in output. But I don't really think they can measure up against the Gibson GEM active pickups, really. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's play! Say the difference between the two. I think actually the Tribute has a slightly warmer, a little bit more organic feel to the sound, whilst the Blood Moon is more in your face with those active pickups, really. Maybe a little bit more suited for metal, but I think they both sound great though. Not really sure, there is a difference to the sound, but the Tribute did not lack the bite that the Blood Moon has. At least that's my opinion after playing them side by side like this. Now you've heard the examples and you can comment if you want to, feel free to. Actually I compared the Blood Moon with my ESP Phoenix 2, which is one of my favorite guitars, which usually just sounds great and quite aggressive and a raw, brutal tone when you put some gain to it. But when I compared the ESP with the Blood Moon was a lot more, I don't know, hotter output, I guess you could say. More aggressive, more brutal than the ESP. But surprisingly, because I thought the Tribute was like a step below the ESP, but it measures up really good towards the Blood Moon. So how that goes together, I have no idea really. But now you've heard them, and play-wise, it's not that much difference between them really. They weigh about the same, the necks feel roughly the same, I would say, and not exactly the same in the fretboard and stuff like that. But anyway, it's just two very nice guitars, two sides of the coin, I guess. All the sound examples from the Vampire Blood Moon. I kind of cringe a little bit every time I hear that name, because I think it's a pity that Gibson gave this guitar such a wimpy name. But I guess it's in the line with Twilight and all those teenage vampire movies that came out around that period. I think it's released in 2011, by the way. Limited run, Guitar of the Month, something like that. 400 copies made of this guitar. But as a guitar, besides the silly blood drip inlays on the neck, as a guitar it's really nice. I think it's a really cool look. It would have been so much better if they had skipped. I could live with the name because I don't have to say the name, but the blood markings on the neck, that's no, it's not what I want. You could also change the knob on the pickup switch to something that is not red. If you wanna, you should have seen that in the close-ups by now. Otherwise, I think the theme of the guitar as such, the Juju finish on it is really cool. And something that I discovered when I got my Gibson Tribute 2019 Explorer, that you have seen by now, is that the Explorers are an extremely nice guitar to play. I've tried a few many years back, and I didn't like them that much back then. I don't know why. It felt like the frets were too high, like it was a too fat neck. But with these slim profile necks, if you like that of course, they play like butter really. The fretboard is really nice, stays decent in tune, this one as well. Now I'm sliding away from what I was talking about. That the Explorer is a really fantastic guitar to play. Someone said when I reviewed my Tribute you should play metal on that guitar. Well, when the design was invented, metal wasn't even on the map. So you could play anything on an Explorer really. And they're extremely comfortable to stand up playing, well balanced, just a body that lends itself really to stand up playing. So that's really nice. So for this one, I don't know, I was a bit skeptic towards the active pickups. At the same time, I was very curious about how do they sound. I think they sound great actually. I kind of had a little preference for the tribute with the Dirty Fingers Plus. As I said, a little bit more organic feel to them. But anyway, I don't know, it sounds great and it plays really nice. The neck for me fits me really well. I know that Klaus, who is the owner of the guitar, he played it, we did a rehearsal the same day he got the guitar and I took it away from him. After that rehearsal he said, I was totally surprised by how comfortable the guitar is to play, even standing. And he's absolutely right in that, according to me. And it's so light, it looks like it should weigh a ton, and the case is big as a house, you could almost live in it. So that is my verdict, a very nice guitar and a very silly name. And I know they have gone up in price nowadays. I'm not gonna say exactly, but I've seen them on Reverb for around 2,000 euros, and that's a lot more than they cost when they came out, I think. But anyway, if you like Explorers and you don't mind the vampire theme, why not? If you can get your hands on one, you should try one at least. Try playing it because it's a really nice experience. You don't have to play metal on it, even if it has active pickups. High output, sure, but I think you've heard that it sounds really nice and good. Sweet tones with low gain to clean profiles as well. The tremolo and the locking system is something that will put me off. I've had that on one guitar that was an Ibanez back in the 80s, I think. I thought it was really nice whamming away all night until it was time to change strings, which, well, I shouldn't say it's a nightmare, but it's cumbersome. That's what I had to say about it. So, that is my review of this guitar. Lovely Gibson guitar. I love Gibson guitars, you should love them too. No, just kidding. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, of course. But thanks ever so much for watching Have Guitar. I love you for it. And if you subscribe, I will love you even more. So that's why I say every time to all of you who do subscribe that I love you and appreciate it so much. So, hope you liked the video, hope you liked the Blood Moon, hope it was an enjoyable video. Can you say it like this? I'm sure you can if you wanna, I just did it. So, thanks, that's it. I'm gonna shut up now and start editing this video so you can watch it. And there is a new video out every Thursday. Support me with a subscription for even more videos, of course. Check out the links for Gibson's hefty description of the Blood Moon, because there's a lot of information there which I don't think I included in my information screens. So, all the links in the video's description. Oh my, what I'm talking away right now. Time is just ticking away. Sorry for that. Hope you don't feel I waste your time. So, a new video out every Thursday and I'm just gonna shut up now. So, stay clean and play really hard until I see you next time. Goodbye!